Alright, happy Thanksgiving week. For this lesson, I'm going to show you how to draw a turkey. Now, when we draw the turkey, you have a couple of options. You can draw your turkey in disguise your turkey so that way he doesn't get eaten for Thanksgiving. You can have a lot of fun with that. Or you can also do a Zentangle design. If you look at the next slides, you can either choose one of the two options. So let's start off with drawing our turkey. I'm going to put this to the side. So what I like to do is, if you just put your finger in the middle of your page, because the first step, I want it to be right in the center of our page. So I'm going to draw a very light circle like this. It's a little dot. Okay. And then about the size of your hand, I want it to be a big circle, not too big, not too small either. So about this big. So what I like to do, if you're not sure, you can always take your eraser. I'm going to hold my paper and I'm going to draw a circle using my eraser. You can see my little eraser marks. This is a little trick I like to do before I make a mark. You can do this, you don't have to. If you feel more confident in just drawing your circle, you can. Do not worry about making a perfect circle because you know, it's a turkey. I don't think turkeys have perfect circle bodies. Remember, people and animals are made up of organic shapes, so if it looks more natural and it's not a perfect circle, that's okay. Alright, see, mine wasn't directly in the center, but that's okay, so I guess my center is over here. There we go. So if you look at my paper, I have space at the bottom, space at the top. Now what you're going to do is, and if your circle is a little bit bigger, that's okay too, because I kind of wish mine was a little bit bigger. That's okay. So now you're going to draw a circle in the middle of your circle. Not in the middle, well, just like that. I'm just making it more even for your eyes. I think mine was okay. Alright, so it should look like that. Okay, then I'm going to erase this dot. I don't need this dot anymore. Now we want to draw the turkey's neck. So I'm going to draw two long lines like this. Just two lines. Okay, and then I'm going to draw kind of like an ovally shape. Kind of like that. Now, before we go any further, I want you to take your eraser and erase these two lines. Now, by the way, I also want to mention something I do mention over and over again is always draw lightly, because when you need to erase lines or if you make any mistakes, it'll be a lot easier for you to erase if you draw lightly. I'm actually drawing a little bit darker than I normally do, just so that way you can see through the camera. Okay. Alright, so also not just this circle, not just this line that we erased, I want to erase this line from the head. Okay. Now I'm just going to adjust my lines. You don't have to do this part, but if you would like to just clean up your turkey, you don't have to do it like this, but if you would like to. Alright, okay, so now I want my turkey to look this way, like it's looking that way. So I want to draw a big eye like this. And then I want to draw his beak, like a triangle. So we have a circle and a triangle. We're using. Okay, so now I want to add a little circle in his eye like this. Just a little twinkle in his eye. If you want to add another one, you can. I think I'm just going to keep it as one. Now that we have the beak is like a triangle almost, just two lines. I want to add a horizontal line going straight across. And then turkeys have this red thing hanging down. It's called a snood. So I'm going to start off here, and there's no wrong way to do this. I'm just going to, kind of like a squiggly worm. Okay, so we got that part. Okay, so now for the next part, I'm going to take a line here, and I want to draw two curves, or kind of like an upside down triangle, or not triangle, rainbow. Kind of like a big wave. It's like one big wave, it's going up, and we're going to carry it back down, almost like two hills. And then I'm going to erase this line here. Okay, so now we have, this is where the turkey legs are going to be. So I'm going to drag down its legs like this. Just two simple lines. And I'm bringing down these lines from where the peak of the hills are. Okay. Now for the feet. The feet are going to be made of a bunch of triangles. So I'm just going to probably put 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Everything starts off with simple shapes. Alright, so now I'm just going to add these lines on the turkey legs. Alright, so now we have the body, we have the legs. Ooh, and then for the eye, if you wanted to darken around the eye and just leave that the little white sparkle, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so now what are we missing? We're missing the feathers. So, and if you just want to, also another thing, a little tip, if you wanted to darken up this part of the body, remember to always draw lightly first, and that way you can always go back when you're sure of your line to darken it. So now what you can do is, I'm going to make this really simple and draw. So I'm going to start at the bottom. It's really simple. I'm going to make these hills. I'm going to make a smaller hill and then keep making it bigger and bigger, kind of like petals on a flower. Now it's up to you on how wide you want to make them, but I do suggest that they're not too narrow. Kind of like just making hills. Okay, here they are. So, again, here comes the fun part. Now that you have your turkey drawn, you can color the turkey however you want and disguise it so it doesn't get eaten for Thanksgiving. So, what would you let, think of it this way. What if it was something that you're really interested in? Like, let's say you are really interested in football and you want to turn your turkey into a football player. What if the turkey was pretending to be another animal? You can disguise it as another animal. Or really just, you can think of any character or a different animal. If you wanted to make it into a person, it's disguising himself as a human. You can do whatever you want to disguise it. If you want to look at the next slide for some inspiration, you can go ahead and do that. Or you can do this option where you can design your turkey's feathers using different lines. This is a lot of fun. You can get really creative with this. So what you could do is, also if you wanted to do this, if you wanted to use line and create a Zentangle, you can use Sharpie or a black colored pencil, or if you want to start off first with your pencil and create your designs. So for example, I also have a slide with different examples of lines. You can come up with your own. There's just so many. So if you want to do something simple, or you can go for something complicated. For example, I really like this design. It has dots, and then scallops, dots. And you can make this more intricate, or I'm making this one really simple. I'm kind of making it a bit wider. Okay, and that'll be fun to color, or you can do something like zigzag lines. I just looked at that one right there, with zigzag lines. Or if you wanted to add shape for design. So I'm going to finish this one up a little bit. Now this is just this is the option if you want to do the Zentangle. So if you wanted to do the other one, just look at the other slide on how to disguise your turkey, and it's up to you how you want to do that. So, oh my goodness, what if your turkey was a famous person and you disguise them as a famous person that's really popular? That would be a lot of fun to see. I would love to see that. Okay, so you can do lines, or you can do something simple, like you can do some swirlies. What if your turkey was JoJo Siwa? What would it look like? Alright, so have fun with this activity. Again, you have different options. There's also other activities in this Thanksgiving week lesson. So I hope you enjoy. I can't wait for you to share with me what you created. Have a happy Thanksgiving.